Welcome to a unique exploration of Copenhagen's nightlife through the experiences of Danish girls after midnight. This Scandinavian capital reveals a female nightlife culture that surprises visitors from all over the world. Copenhagen transforms when the sun goes down. The historic streets come alive, the bars fill with energy, and a distinctive atmosphere takes over the city. This documentary shows how young Danish women experience these late nights, offering an authentic perspective on the local female culture. Filmed in ultra-high-definition 4K, you will be transported to intimate bars, vibrant clubs, and moments of social interaction that define the spirit of Copenhagen girls. An opportunity to discover the most authentic places in the city and understand the mindset that makes Danish nights truly special. When dawn embraces Copenhagen, Danish girls emerge as protagonists of a city that never truly sleeps. The Danish capital possesses a unique nocturnal identity, shaped by Nordic tradition and modern mentality that embraces feminine freedom. The nighttime journey of young Danish women takes them through the most emblematic neighborhoods of after-hours life. In Vesterbro, with its cobblestone streets, they frequent alternative bars where creativity flows freely. Nørrebro pulses with multicultural energy, its nighttime spaces reflecting the diversity of a young female population that has transformed old factories into temples of electronic music. Copenhagen, the former meatpacking district, now breathes nightlife through industrial clubs and sophisticated restaurants that girls frequent until the early hours. The historic center maintains its secular charm, where they move between century-old bars and modern lounge bars. For Danish girls, nightlife transcends entertainment. It's a deeply rooted cultural expression. They don't go out just to drink or dance. They go out to socialize, debate, create genuine connections. This mentality transforms each establishment into a microcosm of feminine coexistence. With a predominantly young female population, Copenhagen girls reinvent themselves each night. They see darkness as the beginning of infinite possibilities, creating a unique environment that attracts visitors from around the world. It's after midnight that young Danish women truly come alive on Copenhagen streets. Observing them in their natural nocturnal habitat is witnessing a unique expression of freedom, confidence, and feminine sophistication that defines an entire culture. The nighttime fashion of Danish girls reflects the Nordic philosophy of lagom, the perfect balance. They opt for looks that are simultaneously simple and sophisticated, comfortable and elegant. Dark jeans combined with blouses of fine fabrics, wool coats that embrace the body, and shoes that allow dancing for hours. Each choice reflects a feminine mentality that values functionality without sacrificing beauty. Their preferred venues reveal much about their values. Bars like Ved Strand and 10, with intimate atmosphere and artisanal cocktails, attract those who appreciate deep conversations between women. Clubs like Culture Box magnetize lovers of experimental electronic music, where the dance floor becomes a space for feminine bodily expression free from judgment. The attitude of Danish women in nightlife is marked by natural independence that impresses visitors. They arrive alone at bars without embarrassment, initiate conversations with ease, and demonstrate confidence born from living in a society that values gender equality. There's no need for external approval. Feminine social pleasure is sought through their own initiative. The night is where we can be completely ourselves, shares Astrid, a 24-year-old design student. There's no pressure to impress, just freedom to exist authentically as women. This feminine philosophy permeates every interaction in the early morning hours among Danish girls. Here's the English translation. Copenhagen offers nighttime experiences that Danish girls explore with passion, each venue possessing its own personality and attracting different feminine groups from the Danish night scene. The Jane stands out as the preferred destination for girls who appreciate sophisticated cocktails, where mixologists transform local ingredients into liquid works of art. The minimalist atmosphere attracts young women who appreciate cocktail culture, where each drink tells a story shared among friends. Ruby offers a more intimate atmosphere for female groups, with vintage decoration and bartenders who know regular clients by name. Culture Box represents the epicenter where girls who love experimental electronic music meet. Its nights attract not only locals, but create an international feminine community. Bakken complements the options for girls who prefer house music, with a dance floor that boils with feminine energy until the early hours. Nighttime events and festivals create magical moments that girls eagerly await. The Copenhagen Jazz Festival transforms the city into a giant stage, where groups of friends spread across squares and parks. Parties in public squares like Israel's Plaids bring together hundreds of young women in spontaneous celebrations that extend through the dawn. Diversity is especially appreciated by Danish girls. From tranquil lounges like Central Urnit, where feminine conversations flow to the sound of smooth jazz, to vibrant parties in converted industrial spaces, there are options for every feminine mood. Compared to the feminine nighttime experiences of other European capitals, Copenhagen offers something that girls value: effortless authenticity. While other cities may seem to be trying to impress, Copenhagen girls simply are authentic. The relationship of Danish girls with alcoholic beverages reflects a feminine cultural maturity that balances pleasure and responsibility, especially evident during Copenhagen nights. Traditional Danish drinks maintain a special place in feminine, nighttime culture. Aquavit, the herb-flavored distilled spirit, is consumed by girls as a ritual of connection with feminine Nordic roots. Gammeldansk, with its complex flavor of 29 herbs, serves as a digestif among groups of friends and a symbol of Danish feminine resistance. The modern cocktail revolution has transformed the preferences of Danish girls. Specialized bars like the American bar have elevated cocktail culture to artistic levels that young women appreciate, incorporating local ingredients like sea buckthorn and elderflower. These establishments attract girls who see beverage consumption as a feminine cultural experience. The behavior of Danish women regarding alcohol impresses with its feminine maturity. They drink to socialize among friends, but maintain control and responsibility. It's common to observe them alternating alcoholic beverages with water, choosing lower-proof cocktails at the end of the night, always prioritizing quality over quantity. In venues like Lidkoeb, Danish girls witness the art of mixology in action. Bartenders create drinks that tell stories of Denmark through flavors, using molecular techniques and ingredients from Scandinavian forests. Each cocktail is a liquid narrative of feminine Nordic culture. The nighttime coffee culture adds a unique dimension to the girls' options. Cafes like Democratic Coffee Bar offer an alternative space for feminine socialization where deep conversations flow over specialty coffee, creating a sophisticated alternative to traditional bars. Here's the English translation. Copenhagen nights reveal feminine social behavior that serves as a global model, where freedom and mutual respect among women coexist harmoniously, creating an environment where each girl expresses authenticity without embarrassment. At parties and clubs, the absence of social pressures on girls is immediately perceptible. There are no rigid codes of feminine behavior based on stereotypes. Danish girls simply exist and interact naturally, reflecting the open mentality cultivated by generations of Scandinavian social progressivism. Dance floors transform into spaces of pure feminine expression, where women demonstrate body confidence that stems from the freedom to be authentic. There are no calculated movements, just genuine joy of girls moving to the rhythm of music. This feminine naturalness infects the entire environment, creating collective energy among women. The night gives us permission to be our freest version. As women, explains Ingrid, a 26-year-old architect. We don't need to hide behind social masks. Here, feminine vulnerability is strength, and authenticity among girls is attractive. This feminine philosophy permeates each shared moment. Safety and mutual respect among girls arise naturally from a culture that values consent and feminine equality. Women interact as equals. Sisterhood happens through genuine conversations, and personal boundaries are respected without drama. Danish society approaches topics related to feminine experiences through education. From early on, girls learn that mutual feminine respect is the foundation of all social interactions. This education manifests itself in nights where each woman feels safe to explore and express feminine individuality. Here's the English translation. The soundtrack of Danish girls' nights is as diverse as their personalities, with musical styles creating unique atmospheres that define feminine preferences and moments of Copenhagen women's nighttime experience. Electronic. Music dominates clubs frequented by girls, but this isn't generic electronic music. Danish female DJs explore experimental subgenres that local women appreciate, creating a unique sonic identity that resonates with Nordic feminine sensibility. Minimalist techno incorporates elements that connect with Scandinavian roots, while house music incorporates vocals that add intimacy to experiences among women. Jazz maintains a strong presence among girls who prefer introspective environments. Venues like La Fontaine host sessions that begin at 11 p.m. and attract young women who appreciate musical improvisation as much as feminine social interaction. Jazz serves as the soundtrack for deep conversations among friends and genuine connections. Festivals and musical events transform the city into experiences that groups of girls eagerly anticipate. During summer, parks host DJs who mix ambient music with nature sounds, creating unique sonic experiences that feminine groups enjoy under the open sky. The participation of young Danish women in the musical experience goes beyond passive consumption. Many are amateur DJs, emerging producers, or enthusiasts who influence the musical direction of the venues they frequent. This active feminine participation creates an organic musical scene shaped by girls' preferences. Cultural spaces like Vega and Pumpahuset function as cathedrals of feminine nighttime music, presenting everything from local artists to international stars. These venues are community centers where music serves as a universal language for connection among women. The safety of girls in Copenhagen nights results from decades of conscious urban planning and social culture that prioritizes feminine well-being. Young Danish women navigate the early morning streets with confidence that impresses visitors. This feminine safety stems from living in a society where crime against women is genuinely rare and support systems for girls function effectively. Public safety infrastructure is especially sensitive to girls' needs. Police patrol with specific training for situations involving young women, not as an intimidating force, but as a reassuring presence. Security cameras are strategically positioned in locations frequented by women. Establishments frequented by girls operate under strict regulations that prioritize feminine safety. Bartenders are trained to identify discomfort in female clients. Female security is hired to support girls, and clear protocols ensure that everyone gets home safely. The low crime rate against women and high confidence of girls in authorities create a virtuous cycle where women feel safe, act responsibly, and maintain collective feminine safety. This social trust allows girls' nightlife to flourish without fears. For female tourists, simple practices maximize safety, staying in groups of women, using public transportation that runs until late, respecting personal alcohol limits, and informing other girls about nighttime plans. The city rewards this feminine responsibility with unforgettable experiences. This exploration through Copenhagen's early mornings via the experiences of Danish girls reveals a life philosophy that balances individual feminine freedom with collective responsibility, personal authenticity of women with mutual respect. The young Danish women who starred in this experience personify feminine values that transcend generations: independence without arrogance, confidence without presumption, pleasure without excess. They navigate the nights with naturalness that reflects centuries of Scandinavian social progressivism focused on feminine equality. Copenhagen's feminine nighttime scene doesn't impress through excesses. Its strength lies in the sincerity of girls' experiences. Bars that serve honest drinks to women, clubs that play music that resonates with the feminine soul, girls who interact with genuineness. This feminine authenticity creates experiences that remain in memory long beyond the next morning. Copenhagen, with its illuminated streets where Danish girls walk confidently, bars that embrace groups of friends, and clubs that pulse with collective feminine energy, offers something rare: the opportunity for girls to be completely themselves in the company of strangers who quickly become accomplices of an unforgettable night. Thank you for watching until the end. If this content made sense to you, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, share in the comments what you thought, and send this video to someone who also needs to see this content. Until the next video.